Greetings, YouTubans. This is Ephraim with EQ-E30 Enterprises coming at you with another exciting episode of Weekly Startups and Small Business Roundups. This week I have 2 startups and a free service website to spotlight. So we'll get going. The first business is called Humin, H-U-M-I-N, www.humin.com. It says, we want to bring a human touch back to our interactions. It's out for iPhone right now, hopefully Android eventually. It says, never forget a name. It says, meeting someone should be magical. Each new meeting is rich with potential. Each meeting is rich with potential. Future co-founder, spouse, client will help you remember all the context around the moment. If we're able to match their number to a real-life identity, we'll humanize them for you. Letting you see any close friends you might have in common. It says, we play your cards right. Your relationships are dynamic, so Humin moves as you move. We'll let you know who you're meeting with next, help you connect with friends when you travel, and let you know when someone you know is visiting your city. It's an interesting thing. It takes your address book instead of alphabetical. It puts, I got it written down here somewhere. Oh, it says, never forget a name. Search all of your contacts and the way you've come to know them. We've replaced the old alphabetical list with an engine that lets you search with terms like met last week or lives in Austin, for example. Humin takes your ordinary contacts and transforms them into the people you've come to know by putting them together: email, contacts, calendar, and social media. Humin creates a contextual, highly personalized contacts platform. That's kind of cool. Of course, alphabetical has been around forever, but you say, you know that guy I met last week at this place. That would work. That'd be kind of a cool way to do it. And you can find more information on www.humin.com. Next business is called ThinkUp. www.thinkup.com. ThinkUp.com. It says ThinkUp is a simple new app that gives you insights into the way you use social networks like Twitter and Facebook. In contrast to regular analytics or statistical apps, ThinkUp uses plain English to explain how you're doing and to help you achieve your goals, whatever they are. ThinkUp is a fun way to get more out of the time we spend online. That's interesting. It says with ThinkUp you can know just as much about your social activity as the big companies do. Ooh, become your own big brother. It says ThinkUp doesn't just show you what's popular, it tells you if you really connected with people. It says ThinkUp is just as amazing for what it doesn't do. ThinkUp does not try to turn your social network into a popularity contest. Life is about meaningful connections, whether you have 5 followers or 5 million. Don't think Facebook's like you have 5 million, but okay. Now, ThinkUp does not do things with your personal data without your permission. That's good. ThinkUp does not lock up your data. We keep your info secure, but we also make it easy to download. Our code is open source too. No proprietary lock-in, just great service. ThinkUp does not change its terms of service without consulting with the community. That's good. That's a good idea. Give you a little more depth and insight into Facebook and Twitter. Especially if you're a business, that could be very helpful like me. I might look into that. But you can find more info on thinkup.com. ThinkUp.com. Next one is called Pufferfish Software. www.pufferfishapps.com. And the lady who put it together is named Megan Holstein, or Holstein. If I pronounce it wrong, I might insult her. I hope not. It says, Pufferfish Software says, until now, teaching autistic children to effectively respond to the world around them was a highly challenging feat that took many trained professionals and caring, ultra-patient family members to accomplish. Today, with the help of a handful of ingenious apps created by the up-and-coming company Pufferfish Software, autistic kids are getting vital, emotional, interpersonal, social, and preference selecting power delivered into the palms of their hands. Pufferfish founder Megan Holstein, don't know how it's pronounced, forgive me, was just 15 years old when she hired a developer over the internet to create the company's first app. And continuing the progression of the company out of her college dorm room, Holstein's company offerings currently include 5 iPhone and iPad apps, and hopefully Android apps eventually. Hey, however you can get them, and that address major challenges those on the autism spectrum face on a daily basis. The apps are designed to utilize the convenience, Portability and visual repetition, the iPad and iPhone platforms allowed illustrate applied behavioral analysis therapy to kids on the autism spectrum. The company's goal is to create software that gives individuals with autism spectrum disorder and their caregivers the most fulfilling experience with the outside world. How exactly does Pufferfish Software accomplish this goal? Pufferfish's Social Stories app illustrates common social situations such as riding a bus, staying at home for the day, or attending school classes, to give autistic children a solid foundation on how to behave during these events, to make everyday routines go as smoothly and uniform as possible for autistic children. The visual routine app shows pictures of everyday habits such as walking up, brushing teeth, and studying for tests. The company's Touch Talking app teaches autistic kids how to communicate their basic needs to others and how to respond to various emotions and situations. For example, this app clearly displays human body parts and their movements, as well as items such as kitchen tools and utensils, in places kids regularly experience, such as schools and homes. Pufferfish Software also offers kids on the autism spectrum an app that provides them with the innate human right to make their own choices in their lives. They're presented a choice. Present a Choice app, tongue-tied, helps them learn common tasks such as choosing their own breakfast items or selecting one fruit from an array of choices. I can't talk today, sorry. The company's Emotion Cards app allows them to pinpoint and communicate their emotions, which in turn makes them feel validated and respected in terms of their own individuality. That's an excellent thing. And you can find more information on pufferfishapps.com. And I'll put a link to kind of a Megan Holstein's story on another website. I'll post that as a long thing. And the third one is a free services app, a free service website of a sort. It's http://ASCII.zzl.org. Basically an ASCII Art Generator. You put in a picture and it'll turn into ASCII art for you. Just in case some of you out there too young to remember what ASCII, you know what ASCII is. It stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It's a character encoding scheme originally based on the English alphabet that encodes 128 specified characters, the numbers 0 through 9, the letters A through Z, and capital A's through Z, some basic punctuation symbols, and some control codes that originated with teletype machines and a blank space into the 7-bit binary integers. ASCII codes represent text in computers, communications equipment, and other devices that use text. Most modern character encoding schemes are based on ASCII, though they support many additional characters. This is about the ASCII Art Maker. Basically, you get on their page, their ASCII Art Generator, how you make their ASCII art, and it gives you an option to search for the picture you want to convert, and you can. There's a lot of the things you can customize it with: brightness, sharpness. Wait a minute, get these right. Sharpness control, slider for color, and the picture thing actually runs on your browser and not up on their server. So if you have a pic, they won't get a copy of your picture. That's a good thing. You can either do the easy way on their website or the hard way by finding a text editor that can do fixed width fonts and begin typing figures to make shapes. And it's actually pretty cool. You'll see a picture up in the corner here that I did of myself, before and after. ASCIIfication or ASCIIizing, whatever you want to call it. It says here, so they have frequently asked questions on their site. I'll read a couple, and you can find more information on their site and give it a try. Like I said, it's http://ascii.zzl.org, and actually does a really good job. You can tell by the picture that was up there. It says, what makes this color ASCII art look so legitimate? Our other leading ASCII generators will make you choose between color output and proper ASCII. Excuse me. In one case, the color output was simply a bunch of pound signs, colorized to match the picture. That's a cop-out. It's better to generate a monochrome ASCII picture and colorize it. The problem with using the colors from the picture to do that is that lighter colors will make the ASCII hard to see, and the brightness of each part of the picture is accounted for twice, resulting in a washed-out image. ASCII Art Maker instead keeps out only the hue and saturation of the colors, letting the brightness or darkness come from the ASCII characters themselves. That's good. And why is there a sharpness control? Why shouldn't there be? It has to do with the fact that while most ASCII art generators only look at the shade of each part of the picture, this one tries to match the shape too. That's good. And there's a slider for color as well. It says that this is why a slider for color. This is simply because some forum posts and signatures sometimes have length limitations. We try to combine consecutive matching colors to reduce the number of color code tags needed in the output, and the control lets you set the threshold of exactly when it considers two colors close enough to combine. Good. So why can't I paste an image URL? We don't upload your images to a server. It runs in your browser. So that's a good thing. It says, how can I thank you for this amazing site? Spread the word. Find us on Twitter. And I'll post that in the second. Let me find that real quick. Happens to be a follower of mine. I'm a follower of his. It's the Twitter is at ASCII_ZZL_org. That's his Twitter thing, and I'll post it in the description of this video as well. And that's the 3 companies I have for you this week. And it's a little bit late this week, but hopefully get it out before the end of Sunday. Hopefully I'll get it edited and uploaded tonight for your perusal enjoyment. Please check out these places, are worthy sites. Worthy small business, especially Pufferfish Software. That's a very worthy thing, helping out the autistic folk out there. So until next week, thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Remember, thanks for sharing, liking, and subscribing to this page. And I welcome all constructive criticism, but I don't acknowledge trolls. Until next time, guys.